Hello and welcome back to episode 4 of our forest challenge. A very late start today, 11:15. The reason for that is it's absolutely tanked down all night and up until about 15 minutes ago. So we couldn't get anything else done. We're now into October. Are they still in their first growth stage? Because if they are, I could possibly very quickly get the final fertilising stage on. That wasn't what I intended to do straight away, but if we can, then we will. I won't do it if it's going to damage the crop. I don't know if we can get the correct tyres on here or not, but let's try. Like I said, I didn't intend to do this. I've just noticed that they haven't come up again. They're alright, aren't they? Yeah, it's not damaging anything. And I can get the second growth stage. Fantastic growth stage. Fertilising state. Brilliant. I was concerned that we would end up only having these 50% fertilised, because I didn't know if we could get the correct tyres, and I thought they'd have been in the next growth stage by now. But that is brilliant. Right, let's get this in and dropped off, and then we'll start what we were going to do. So, since we were last on, I said, didn't I, priority has to be to get rid of them stumps, and it still is. However, there's no way around us doing that at the minute, unless we get something in the used machinery, and it's something very specific as well, either a really good, really high horsepower tractor that's low, or a skid steer that's really low. There's not going to be one, by the way. Yeah, so there's just that JCB. It's no good to us, and we couldn't. I mean, it's massively out of our price range anyway. But there's nothing that we can get that's going to make this get these stumps out. Everything's either too high horsepower or just massively expensive. There's literally nothing I can do at the minute. So what we are going to do, we're going to create a grass field here, and the reason we're going to do that is because the equipment to do some grass work's quite cheap, and I don't think the stumps will impact it as much as what it does with another field, with the field with other crops in. Another massive reason for doing grass is obviously we don't need a harvester for grass. Let's take this all the way up to here. This grass field, we might only have it for a year or so. We might end up building on it, but it'll be a couple of loads, or at least 2 to 3 cuts we'll get out of it, and depending on what we can do with it, either get it in a pit, or we might only end up having to do hay with it. We might even be able to do silage with it, but if we can, that'll be great. I'm going to get stuck on them. No, that's not bad. It's not going to be a bad size either, is it? That isn't going to be bad at all, considering what we get when we do our little fields on Griffin, and we're still getting, well, our little small holding on Griffin, we get, what do we get out of that? About 6, and this must be double the size of that. Has to be. It's not, I mean, it's not a good shape, but we're literally making the best use of what we've got. We are going to have to buy some sort of seeder, because our planter that we've got that we did the sugar beet with, that doesn't put grass in, unfortunately. Again, getting down to this view might be the best way around it, simply because the canopy above us just hides everything. We're doing the 4th episode now. I mean, we're absolutely flying through the series. As I've recorded this, we've just released the 1st episode of this, and it's doing really well. I'm getting positive feedback from it, so thank you for that. I'm really enjoying it as well. This is like the best time when you're starting a map like this. I mean, it's not the best time when I'm having to go over these stumps. Like that generator, by the way, that created us around about, oh, I'm just thinking, I'm ploughing up there. I wonder if that's gonna interrupt with the trigger. I mean, we're selling straight from there anyway, but it doesn't mean we'll always do that. We're doing that at the minute because we don't have any facility to be able to pick them up and go and sell them ourselves. So yeah, we made, I think it was around 17 to 1800 overnight, which wasn't a full 24 hours. It was around about 20 hours worth, I think. So that wasn't bad. I even checked the greenhouse actually to see if they need anything further, if it's run out of water, or I wouldn't have thought they'd run out of seeds or fertiliser yet. There's little bits that I'm missing there, but I'll go back and do them. Right, what I think we'll do, let's get, oh, this is such an awkward shape to do, isn't it? Let's get a bit of a time lapse on here. We'll get it ploughed. I need to remember a roller as well. We need to go and buy a roller, even if it's that little Cambridge roller or something similar. We might as well get it done, although it's going to be an absolute nightmare here with the tree stumps, but we still might as well get it done. We'll get the ploughing done and I'll come back before we do any lime spreading. I think that'll be the best way around it. Right, just about there. I mean, it's took a little bit of time, but it's just the shape more than anything. It's not even the size of it, it's such an awkward shape. But we're trying to maximise, aren't we, what we can get. I think what I'll probably end up doing as well is when I start cutting more of these trees down, which we might not even get any forestry done on this episode. What a shock that would be. I might just extend it piece by piece. I've already said I'll probably end up putting more generators, more buildings, whatever on this bit over here. But if I can just keep extending the grass field, I'm not going to be losing anything really. I think that might be a pretty decent way to go about it. Right, looks like this last little bit here. And there it is. Let's go and get this. That is, yeah, it is up. Let's go and get this put down. We'll get the lime on it. There we go. It's got fertiliser in it at the minute, hasn't it? I tell you what, let's fertiliser first, in fact. And then we'll put the lime on it. Because then we'll be able to see where we seed that a little bit better, won't we? I mean, this is a bonus of farming on this scale, isn't it? Just absolutely whizzing around jobs like this. Just momentarily interrupted. Yeah, what was I saying? Farming at this small scale. Absolutely whiz round. And I think, is this going to cover it all? If it does, that'll be great. I think we said on the other one, didn't we? We'd normally get that. Sorry, I'm just having a bit of a brain fart. I was thinking I should have rolled it, but we didn't need to roll it yet, did we? Right, that's what we wanted there. Yeah, we normally get that first stage of fertilising, don't you? When you plough up grass, but it's not grass that's there. It's like that forest floor, so it's given us nothing, unfortunately, which is a shame. Let's right, it's going to go out from the right hand side, isn't it? So we'll empty that over there. We need some sort of shed, don't we? Like, desperately. And I think we've already established that we're not going to be able to get that inside this little compound bit, so we're going to have to create space out of here. I might even pull some of that fencing down, you know, to extend the farm. So we're still in that sort of compound, but we're not, if you know what I mean. Looks alright. Oh, that ran out quite quickly. I wonder how much is going to be in here. Hopefully there's enough in here just to cover this little bit here. No, we're going to have to get a new bag, aren't we? That is unfortunate. I mean, it's not expensive, like, but it is something where we just don't have space to put it anywhere. Right, last little bit. And then we'll need to have a look at seeders. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quickly look on Mod Hub in between, because I know I took a load of seeders off previously, So some of the ones that might be more suitable for this map probably aren't downloaded at the minute. I wasn't watching there. Right, let's... can I get the rest of this in there now? No, right. I'm going to go on ModHub, have a look at seeders, and I'll be back shortly. Right, I've been on. I've found there's two possibilities. There's the what I want, and then there's a sensible one. So I'll show you the sensible one first. That's this one, 1,250. Does grass, 1.8 meters. It does the main crops basically. So what have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8 different crops. One of them being grass. The one I want is actually in fertilizer spreaders. And if I knew this existed before I spent the money on the thing we did, on our spreader that we did, I'd have kept this. So that's the one I want, but it only does grass. Is that soybean and canola? But it's only 700. You can change between the function of it, but I just think it looks good and I fancy using it. I mean, a lot of these, lower hitch, what would we have? What would we need to lower up the hitch? A 3-point. A lower hitch would do, wouldn't it? Do you know, I might just go for that. 700. I have no idea what the width's going to be to seed. I'd be over the moon if it was 7 meters. That would be brilliant. Tell you what, let's go for that. 700. And then we can still do soybean and canola with this as well. Ah, we need more seeds, don't we? We used all the seeds in the greenhouse, which, by the way, we need to check as well. Right, is that connected onto there? Right. Yes. Seeds, 800. Brilliant. I need to make sure we get seeds though, because that takes lime and fertilizer as well. Right, it's already on grass, which is good. 200 seeds. Right. Let's go. Don't need to lower it. Right. That isn't doing anything. Why is that doing? God, what have I bought? Have I just bought a dud here? Unfold. Yes. Now it's, yes, there we are. Didn't unfold it, obviously. Oh my god, look at the speed that works at. Is that 21 miles an hour that works at? That is brilliant. Just get around here because there's nothing it can overlap with. It's definitely a good one, this one, isn't it? I'm glad I went with this now. In part because I've used that other one, although I might not have used it on 22, although I possibly have done. I've definitely used it on 19. The other seeder, the other drill, sort of old-fashioned drill. So yeah, I just want to use something a little bit different. And And I didn't realise, I didn't even look, it might not have even said, but I'm sure it did, how fast this actually worked. Look at that. That's like crazy fast. It's just a shame we don't have the field size to just keep whizzing around. I mean, how fast is this tractor anyway? Are we only limited by the speed here because of the speed of the tractor, do you think? Why isn't that bit covering? Is this bit going to cover? Yeah. I'm sure there's a bit here that just is refusing to cover. There it goes. Oh, wrong button. It's not great when you reverse with it. I mean, this is it, isn't it? This, if you haven't used this mod, I think, even if it's not even small farming that you're doing, even if it's sort of medium, I think you'll get away with this because it's just so fast. So there's grass in already. It needs rolling. Can we use that Cambridge roller, do you think? Or I'm going to end up spending quite a lot of money this episode, aren't we? That looks like a good spot over here to put things. This might be where I extend sort of this back end and get rid of these fencing. Come on. There you go. Right. Do we need specifically a grass roller? Do we think? Or do you think we could have any sort of roller? 2.9 meters for that. It's 5.5. We can't even afford that. 15. We can afford one of these. It might have to be one of them. I mean, that's a bargain as well. 3 meters. We're using that on Griffin, so I won't use that one. Let's go for this. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we'll give it a go. I mean, even if it doesn't, we need it for our arable fields anyway, so it'll still get used. It just... Ooh. Do you see the front of the tractor come up there? I take it we don't have to switch this on. Well, this field state's definitely changing, isn't it? Right, needs rolling. Doesn't need rolling. Fantastic. I mean, this is going to be awkward again, isn't it? Purely because of the field shape. You can feel when you're doing sharp turns like that, it is really heavy on this tractor. I think it said 50 horsepower, didn't it? Which we're just at, aren't we? We're at 49. But I mean, you can definitely tell it's a little bit shy. We'll not bump into any trees because that won't help. Right. I said in episode 1 that we would utilise more jumps, and can you see there where it was spinning around? That's just purely because of the weight of the thing. More jumps and more time lapses. We've had a time lapse already, so let's I was going to say jump, but should we just have another time lapse? Because I like the look of this mod. Yeah, let's time lapse it. See how far we get. I think it's pretty much all done. There's bits shown on the map, like odd little bits there, but when I actually go to them, some of them aren't covering. Let's just try to do this bit here. See, we've just been over the top of that bit, and it doesn't seem to have covered any more. I mean, the majority of it's done. Saying that bit's just covered, hasn't it? Where is it? Is it this bit here? That's a slightly different texture, possibly. Oh, God, I hate how it doesn't show. It is covering as well. It's better. So annoying how it doesn't show you on the minimap, isn't it? You have to keep doing this. Right. Let's pull that up. Let's go and put this away. Because I think the last thing we'll do on today's episode, I might not go into the next day. I'm saying that, what else am I going to do? I might just cut some trees down off camera. I don't want... Yes I do, I want that. I want this for the water, don't I? Let's see if it's still going first. Yes it is, although water is actually running short. And then while that's filling up, seeds. Let's go and get some seeds. Come on, come on, come on. It takes ages to get going. We'll just use up whatever's left in here. 800. Let's whack them straight in. I mean, that wasn't straight at all, was it? I love that mod as well, the barrel. I think that looks great. We had it. There we go. What's it going to take? So we're going to be left with 503. We'll not bother with the fertilizer. What we will do though, the last thing we will do is put this in. As soon as we put this in, I don't think there's anything else to do. I think getting this grass field will really set us away. I'll put another one of them in off camera. Yeah, it gives us another revenue stream. So at the minute we've got the 2 generators. Well, we've got 4 really, haven't we? We've got the wind, the lettuce, the grass, and the sugar beet as well. So we're starting to get more and more revenue. We'll have a look to see what we can do next episode. I think I will go straight into November because I can't think of anything else that we'll need to do. I probably will do maybe a few trees in the meantime, off camera, just for the rest of this in-game day. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next one.
PlayStation